Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our daily motivation session.
Yes, welcome. We are so happy to have you here for another deep dive.
We really are. But before we start the actual lesson, I have a quick question for you. Yes, you listening.
Ooh, starting with the question today.
Always. I want you to be honest with yourself. Here is the question. Do you often feel afraid of failure?
That is a very deep question to start the day.
It is. So tell me in the comments below. I really want to know your answer. Please pause the audio right now and write your answer. We will wait for you.
I hope they actually paused it.
I hope so too, because it connects perfectly to what we are talking about today.
It really does.
Yeah.
Today, we are exploring our source materials to understand something called the 1% mindset.
The 1% mindset. Now, when we say 1%, we're not talking about money, are we?
No, we are not. We are not talking about having $1 billion or driving expensive cars.
Right.
And we are definitely not talking about being born lucky.
So what does the 1% mean in this context?
It refers to the top 1% of performers in the world. The best athletes, top business leaders, great artists.
Okay.
We are looking at how they think. They think very differently than the other 99% of people.
That is fascinating. So it is about psychology. It is not just about natural talent.
Exactly. Success is not an accident. Our sources show it follows specific rules. And today, we have 9 simple but powerful rules to share with you.
9 rules.
Yes, these rules can change your life if you follow them.
I am ready to learn. Let's jump right into this deep dive. Rule number 1 is get comfortable being uncomfortable.
This is a very hard rule for most people. Biologically, humans are designed to like comfort.
Yeah, we want to be safe. We want to be warm.
Right, we want to avoid stress and fear.
I am definitely guilty of that. I mean, I love my comfort zone. It is safe there. Why would I want to leave it?
Because growth only happens when you are uncomfortable. Think about going to the gym.
Okay.
If you lift a weight that is very light and easy, do your muscles grow?
No, nothing happens. It is too easy.
Exactly. You have to lift the heavy weight. You have to stress the muscle to make it stronger. Life is exactly the same.
So if you only do easy things...
Your life will actually become hard. But if you are willing to do hard things, your life will eventually become easy.
That is a very interesting way to look at it. Can you give us a real-life example from our sources?
Let's look at the story of a student named David.
Okay, David.
David was a very smart young man. He had great ideas, but he had one massive problem.
What was his problem?
He was terrified of public speaking. He was so scared to speak in front of other people.
Oh, I know that feeling. Standing in front of a crowd can be a total
It
nightmare.
was very bad for David. If he had to speak, he felt physically sick. His hands would shake. His face would turn red.
That sounds awful.
It was. He was so afraid that he would skip job interviews just to avoid speaking to strangers.
Wow. So his fear was actually stopping him from getting a job. That is serious.
It was controlling his life. But one day, David decided to change. He decided to choose discomfort. He joined a public speaking club.
That sounds incredibly brave. But was he good at it right away?
No, not at all. It was terrible at first. He failed many times. He forgot his words. He was nervous. He sweat through his shirt.
Ow. No, it was very uncomfortable.
Highly uncomfortable.
But he didn't quit.
No, he kept going. He showed up every single week, even though he was scared.
He kept doing the hard thing.
Exactly. And after 6 months, everything changed. He could speak to large groups without fear. He turned his biggest fear into his strength.
Because he chose discomfort. That is really inspiring. So the lesson is to run toward the things that scare us.
Yes.
Okay, let's move to rule number 2. This one is about time. Focus on the long game.
We live in a fast world. Everyone wants things fast. We want fast food, fast internet, and fast money.
It is true. We are very impatient. If we start a diet or a new business, we want to see results in 1 week.
And if we don't see results,
We quit.
right. But real success takes a long time. You must be patient. The 1% mindset is about playing the long game. You have to keep working even when you don't see results yet.
There is a great analogy for this in our notes. It is about the Chinese bamboo tree. I really love this story.
It is the perfect example of this rule. Imagine you plant a seed for a Chinese bamboo tree. You water it and you give it sunlight. You wait for it to grow.
Okay. What happens in the first year?
Nothing. You see absolute nothing.
Nothing at all. No green leaves?
Nothing. The ground looks empty. Then you water it for the second year. Still nothing.
Wow.
The third year, nothing. The fourth year, still nothing visible.
Most people would quit by then. They would think, this tree is dead. I am wasting my water.
Exactly. Most people stop. But in the 5th year, something amazing happens. In just 6 weeks, the tree grows 80 feet tall.
That is incredible. 80 feet in 6 weeks. So did it really grow that fast in just 6 weeks?
No, that is the trick. It was growing for 5 years, but it was growing underground.
Oh, I see.
It was building strong roots. Without those deep roots, it could not support being 80 feet tall.
That is such a powerful lesson. Sometimes we are working hard and we see no results. We feel like we are failing, but we are actually building our roots.
Precisely.
Oh.
Do not quit if you don't see results immediately.
Yeah.
Meaningful things take time. If you want a 1% life, you need 1% patience.
I love that. Okay, rule number 3. This is a tough one for the ego. Own everything. No excuses.
This rule is all about responsibility. When things go wrong in our lives, what do we usually do?
Well, we blame other people. We blame our boss or the economy or the traffic, or we say, I just don't have enough time.
Yes, it protects our ego to blame others. It makes us feel like it is not our fault. We feel like victims.
True. But the 1% mindset is different, right?
Very different. They say, I own this. They take full responsibility for their lives.
Why is that better?
Because when you blame others, you give away your power. When you take responsibility, you keep the power to change things.
We have a story about a woman named Sarah that fits this perfectly. Tell us about Sarah.
Sarah was a young mother with 2 small children. Her life was very chaotic. Her husband worked long hours, so she had to take care of the house, cook, and clean.
Sounds exhausting.
It was. But she had a dream. She wanted to get a university degree.
That sounds almost impossible. 2 kids and housework. I'd definitely say, I have no time to study.
Many people would. They would have a valid excuse. But Sarah did not make excuses. She took ownership. She looked at her day and found a solution.
What did she do?
She started waking up at 5 in the morning.
5 in the morning, while everyone else was sleeping.
Yes, it was the only quiet time she had. She studied while her kids were asleep. She also stopped watching television. She used every free moment to learn.
That takes a lot of dedication. And what happened?
2 years later, she graduated with high marks. She succeeded because she didn't blame her busy life. She took responsibility and made it happen.
She owned it. I really respect that. And actually, Sarah's story leads us nicely into rule number 4. Master your morning. Sarah woke up early to study, and that seems to be a common habit.
It is a very common theme among successful people. Let's think about how most people start their day.
Well, usually the alarm goes off. We hit the snooze button to sleep for 10 more minutes.
Right.
Then we wake up late. We pick up our phone immediately. We check social media, read bad news, or check work emails.
And that is a terrible way to start. You are starting your day with stress. You are reacting to other people's lives before you live your own. You are letting the world control you.
So what do successful people do differently?
They start with a plan. They are proactive, not reactive. Let's look at the story of Emily.
Yes, Emily. In the source notes, it says she used to be very stressed.
Emily was like most people. She woke up late, rushed to get ready, spilled coffee on her shirt, and felt angry before she even arrived at work.
A terrible morning.
She felt like she had no control over her life.
So what did she change?
She decided to master her morning. She started waking up at 5:30. But it wasn't just about waking up early. It was about what she did with that time.
Okay.
She spent the first hour focusing entirely on herself.
What did she do in that hour? Did she check her email?
No, absolutely not. No phone allowed. She read books, she wrote in a journal, and she went for a walk outside. It was very peaceful.
That sounds lovely. Just 1 hour of peace before the chaos begins.
Exactly. She mastered her mind before the day started. The result was that she felt focused and calm all day long. If you win the morning, you win the day.
I might need to try that tomorrow. No phone for the first hour. Okay, let's move to rule number 5. Say no often.
This is surprising for some people. We are taught to be nice. We want to be helpful, so we say yes to everything. We don't want to miss a party or upset our friends.
The fear of missing out is real. We want to do everything.
It is real, but if you want to achieve big goals, you must focus. And focus means saying no to distractions.
That makes sense.
You have to understand that every time you say yes to a party or a video game, you might be saying no to your future.
That is a hard truth. We have a story about John here. John wanted to be a software developer.
Yes. John had a big dream. He wanted to learn to write computer code and get a high-paying job. But he had a problem.
What was it?
He played video games every single night with his friends.
Video games are fun. It is hard to stop playing them.
They are fun. And John enjoyed the social time with his friends. But he realized that the games were stealing his time. He made a hard choice.
He stopped playing.
He deleted his games completely.
He deleted them.
Wow.
Yes. And he had to tell his friends, no, I can't play tonight. I have to study.
That must have been hard. He probably felt lonely at first.
He did. His friends didn't understand. But he used that time to study coding. He practiced every evening for a year.
And the result?
He got a job as a senior developer. He achieved his dream because he was willing to say no to the fun things in the short term.
Saying no to distractions is saying yes to your dreams. That is a great lesson. Moving on to rule number 6, learn every day.
This is the habit that separates good people from great people. Successful people never stop learning. They treat the brain like a muscle. You must exercise it every day. And we aren't just talking about going back to university, right?
Not at all. Formal school is good, but self-education is better. We are talking about podcasts, books, and online videos. Let's look at Michael.
Michael was a delivery driver, right?
Yes. He was working a job he didn't love. He was driving a truck all day long. He wanted to work in the technology industry, but he felt stuck.
But driving a truck takes all day. How did he find time to learn?
He was smart. He realized that while his hands were busy driving, his mind was free. He turned his truck into a classroom.
A classroom on wheels.
Exactly. Instead of listening to music or the radio, he listened to educational podcasts. During his lunch breaks, he watched coding videos on his phone.
So he used the dead time in his day, the time he was already spending in the truck.
Yes. Every single day, he learned a little bit more. Over a year, he learned hundreds of hours of material. Eventually, he knew enough to build a computer program. A new company saw his work and hired him.
That is amazing. He didn't have extra time. He just used his existing time differently.
Exactly. There's always something new to learn. If you are not learning, you are falling behind.
Rule number 7 is a very important distinction. Build discipline, not motivation.
This is crucial. Everyone loves the feeling of motivation. It is that excitement you get on January 1st. You feel like you can do anything. You will change your life.
But that feeling goes away fast. After a week, you feel tired.
Exactly. Motivation is an emotion. It is like the weather. Sometimes it is sunny, sometimes it rains. You cannot rely on the weather. You need discipline.
How is discipline different from motivation?
Discipline is doing the work even when you feel tired. It is doing the work when you feel lazy or bored. It is doing the work when it is raining.
Tell us about Tom. Tom wanted to get healthy.
Tom wanted to lose weight. In the beginning, he's very motivated. He bought new gym clothes. He was excited. But after 2 weeks, the excitement was gone.
Naturally.
He was sore. It was raining outside. He wanted to stay on the couch and watch a movie.
That is usually when I quit.
That is when most people quit. They wait to feel motivated again. But Tom made a promise to himself. He said, I will show up anyway. He went to the gym even when he didn't want to.
He didn't wait to feel good. He just acted.
Yes. And after 6 months, he was strong and healthy. He built a habit. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going.
Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. I like that a lot. Okay, rule number 8, surround yourself with winners.
There is a famous saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
So if my friends are lazy, I will probably be lazy.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
Emotions and habits are contagious. If your friends are always complaining, blaming others, and wasting time, you will do the same. It's human nature.
But if your friends are winners...
You will try harder. You will rise to their level.
This reminds me of the story of Robert.
Robert was a nice guy, but he was stuck. His friends were not bad people, but they had no ambition. They skipped class. They made fun of people who worked hard. They just wanted to play and relax.
That is a hard environment to grow in. If you try to improve, your friends might laugh at you.
It is impossible to grow there. Robert realized this. He did something brave. He left that group of friends.
That is scary. Losing your friends is hard.
It is very hard. But he found new people. He found online communities and mentors who were successful business owners. He listened to them. He learned from them.
And what was the result?
He started his own online business. He changed his environment, and that changed his life. You have to protect your energy. If your circle isn't inspiring you, it is not a circle. It is a cage.
It is a cage. Wow. Okay, that leads us to our final rule. Rule number 9, never let failure define you.
This might be the most important rule of all. Everyone fails. If you try to do big things, you will fail.
It is completely unavoidable.
Yes. But the 1% do not stop when they fail. They treat failure as data. It is just a lesson. It tells you what didn't work.
Who is our example for this rule?
We have James. James was a business owner. He started a business, and it failed completely. He lost all his money.
Ouch! Did he quit?
No. He started a second business. It failed too. Then a third one. It failed.
3 failures. I would definitely think I am not good at this. I should stop.
Most people would stop. But James didn't let failure define him. He didn't say, I am a failure. He said, my strategy failed. He learned from his mistakes. On his 4th try, he built a very successful company.
He kept going. It reminds me of famous people, too.
Oh, absolutely. The author, J.K. Rowling, was rejected by 12 publishers before her book was printed. Thomas Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb.
Imagine if they had quit after the first failure. The world would be very different.
Exactly. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. You cannot have one without the other.
Those are 9 incredibly powerful rules.
They really are.
It sounds like a lot of work to change all these habits.
It is work. But the core message from all our sources is simple. Success is a choice. It comes from the small habits you choose every single day.
Waking up early, learning, and refusing to give up. And the best part is, you can start today. You don't need money. You don't need a new job. You just need to change one small habit.
Just one step. That is all it takes. Start with morning, or start by reading for 10 minutes.
I hope your answer to my first question is now different. Do not fear failure. It is just part of learning.
Absolutely. Go out there and make mistakes. It means you are growing. And remember, what if your next big failure is actually the key to your greatest success? Something to think about.
That is a wonderful thought to end on. If you learned something new today, please like this video and subscribe for more English practice. See you in the next video.